Some people think that once you start using that 5-minute rule, then that's it. You're going to just skyrocket your way to total success. And don't get me wrong, the 5-minute rule does work. But what happens when you get to the end of 5 minutes? What happens if you were one of the people who didn't want to do the task in the first place, and I just said to you, look, just do it for 5 minutes, and you get to the end of the 5 minutes and see what happens then? What happens if you were finding it difficult in the first place? Life was kicking in, the kids are sick, finances are dipping, your stress is building up, pressure all around, and that dream or that task, that thing that you want to do, is moving further and further away from you. Look, I've learned from working with so many entrepreneurs that when it comes down to juggling real life and using the 5-minute rule, the 5-minute rule is just the start line. It's not the finish line. And to really be productive, to really get the best out of the 5-minute rule, you need tools that are going to help you deal with your mind, not just your time. And in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 simple but very powerful techniques to help you to get past that initial 5 minutes very easily, to tap into your momentum and to boost your productivity. So come on, let's go deeper. If you don't know what the 5-minute rule is, then take 8 minutes of your time, watch this video here and learn about the 5-minute rule to beat procrastination, and then come back and join me here. I'm going to be waiting right here when you get back. I'll speak to you in a minute. Okay, let's get into it. Hi, my name is Anthony Charles, and on this channel, I make videos about the books, the tools, and the strategies to help you to be more, to do more, and to have more by strengthening your mindset, mastering your people skills, and boosting your productivity. So let's get into the 3 techniques. Technique number 1 is to stay in control and to be accountable. That's really important. So when you get to the end of the 5 minutes, it's up to you what you do. But whatever you do next, whether you continue or whether you stop, you make that decision and you own it. That's really important. Whatever choice you make, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that you own that decision that you make. Now, if you feel bad about the choice you made, don't worry about it. Technique number 2 is going to help you with that. And if you feel good about the choice you made, that's good. Technique number 2 is going to help you to build on it. So let's go straight into technique number 2. So technique number 2 is to build consistency. Repetition is the key here. When you're using the 5-minute rule and you get to the end of the 5-minute rule, whatever you decided to do, if you stopped and you feel bad about stopping, no problem. All you have to do is do the task again and do it for longer. And if you feel good about not stopping because you went on, then all you have to do is do that task again and keep doing it for longer. Whatever the choice you made, it doesn't matter. You just have to do it again and again and do it for longer. It takes about 28 days to begin, not to build, to begin to build a habit. So repetition is the mother of skill. Let me give you an example. It takes time to learn to drive a car, and to drive a car takes repetition. And you've got to move through what I call the 4 levels of competence. Level number 1 is what we call unconscious incompetence, which means you can't drive a car and you don't know how bad you are. But the minute you sit down in a car to have your first lesson, you move from number 1 quickly to number 2. You become very conscious that you cannot drive that car very well, and you're at number 2, which is conscious incompetence. So you're not good at driving the car and you know about it. Now, between number 2 and 3 are where all your driving lessons take place, and you aim to move to number 3 so you can take your driving test. And number 3, level 3, is conscious competence. So you are good at driving the car right now, you're a competent driver, and you're conscious about it, you know about it. Once you pass your test, you've got the opportunity to keep on driving, where you move on to level 4, which is unconscious competence, where you're good at it and you don't even have to think about it. So in order to do that, you have to repeat the process, the driving process, the practicing again and again and again. And it's like anything that you do, repetition is what's going to get you there. Forget about the big goals for a moment. Focus on your small wins, because sometimes the big tasks, they just create big resistance. Remember the 5-minute rule when I was explaining it to you and I was talking about building your business plan? How did we start? We said, I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to just do it for 5 minutes, which means I'm going to just open up the laptop and I'm just going to type for 5 minutes. Once you've done the 5 minutes and you want to carry on, you don't have to set a big goal now. You don't have to say, right, I'm going to write my business plan. No. You can just say, look, I'm going to write a paragraph. You stack those wins, because that paragraph turns into a page, or it can turn to a whole section. The tiny wins builds more belief in yourself, and every small action rewires your brain for follow through and for success. The magic isn't in the size, the magic is in the patterns and the frameworks that you're building. Now this is good, but technique number 3 is going to really flip that switch for you. And technique number 3 is expanding on your clarity. That clarity that I talked about, which builds the confidence for you. Now, when it comes down to clarity, I want to make sure that you are crystal clear on the steps that you need when it comes down to building a business or turning your knowledge, your ideas, and your skills into money. And that's why I've created for you my 20-point business ready checklist. It gives you a crystal clear picture of where you are right now, and it tells you what you need to do next. So you're not going to be guessing anymore. You can grab a free copy. The link is in the description box underneath. Download it, fill out the questionnaire, and come back and let's get busy. Okay, let's get back into it. Remember, more clarity is going to build your confidence. Remember the steps I told you to take to build more clarity? Each night, write down one thing that you're going to work on for 5 minutes tomorrow. And as you keep on using that 5-minute rule and it really starts working for you, I want you to add these 3 questions to it as you plan your day out. Question number 1 is, what do I want to accomplish? So when you're looking at what you're going to focus on for those 5 minutes, think about, what do I want to accomplish? Question number 2 is, why does it matter? This question is so important, knowing your why. And question number 3 is, what is the smallest step I can take to make it happen? I want you to really break things down, and then I want you to rinse and repeat and do it over and over again. In my video where I talked to you about mastering your daily routine for maximum productivity, I show you how to get the very, very best out of your day. You can watch that video right here. And remember, as you're planning out your day, you are not AI. You are not a robot. You cannot be on top form 24/7. So you need to monitor yourself and you need to plan your day carefully. What are your energy levels like during the day? Schedule the high focus things, the things that are going to take a lot of your time, a lot of your energy, a lot of your focus. Schedule those for the parts of the day when you've got high energy, and do the admin stuff when your energy begins to dip. And that helps you to show up consistently, not occasionally. Successful people, they don't have more time than you. They just know how to use their time best. Now, if you like this kind of video where I share with you what I've learned through my life experiences and how it determines the decisions I make on a day-to-day basis, and if you feel these videos can help you, then please like, please share, and do me the honor of subscribing. So let's recap. The 5-minute rule will get you started, definitely. I want you to go further, build in the accountability, build in the consistency, and build in the clarity. All of that together is going to totally boost your productivity. And if you're using this tool and you're getting the kind of results that I think you can get, that I know you can get, then hit that like, drop a comment underneath, and share this with somebody who needs it. And until the next time, I want you to keep on being amazing, because you are. You got this. Feeling good? Want more results like this? Let's keep that momentum going with this video here. Also, click on my head here to subscribe.